Did you know that 9 out of 10 polished diamonds in the world get polished right here in India? That's the power of India's diamond industry. But unfortunately, at the moment, India's diamond industry is at a 5-year low, and that's because exports are down over 30%. And to talk more about that, I have my friend and colleague Kartik Malhotra now joining us in the studio. Kartik, very good morning.
Morning, Krishna.
Stock markets are one trade. The other trade, possibly even before stock markets, was the diamond trade in India. It was one of the oldest trades in the world, and that is in deep trouble at the moment.
Absolutely. And Gujarat being central to both stock market trade as well as diamonds. So the story actually starts and ends with Gujarat in this particular case, specifically in the case of diamonds. So you're right, 30% decline in demand for diamonds. Now, if you look at it over, let's say, a period of the last 3 years, it seems to be a structural issue with demand for diamonds, the cut and polished diamonds, which India is the hub for, reducing as much as almost 60%, 59% or so over 3 years. So the industry is now fairly certain that this is not a cyclical problem. It is pretty much a structural problem. And where is this problem really emanating from? Who are our largest importers of Indian diamonds? You have US and you have China. US exports, out of the 9 out of 10 diamonds that we sell to the world, US in fact imports about 50% of that.
Wow.
So 45 to 48% is the share of US imports. About 13 to 15% is the share of Chinese imports. Both of them dealing with their own sets of problems. There is a major slowdown in China, the property crisis, which has resulted in people holding on to their money in China and not really splurging in luxuries like diamonds. And a similar problem in US, not as much with the economy slowing down, but with inflation. So inflation, slowdown, put together, demand for Indian diamonds at pretty much an all-time low. Now, what has the industry body, the 3 industry bodies, which is JGEPC, the Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council, and the 2 bourses, which is the Surat and the Bharat Diamond Bourses. What they have done is they have now, for the 5th time in their existence ever, halted import of rough diamonds, the rough stones. So that has been now put to a halt for a period of 2 months between 15th October to 15th December. Now, what are the previous instances of such a halt in imports ever occurring? No points for guessing. 2020, COVID.
Okay.
2008, the global recession, financial crisis. 1991-92, India's balance of payment crisis.
Yes.
And once before in 1973, where there was some issue with Saudi Arabia. I don't know what, I haven't read history
All
that
right.
much. Right.
Okay, 70s, one in 90s.
One in 90s. And the third instance in 2000s, right? So diamond import, rough stone import halted for 2 months. Overall, year on year, 30% decline. Over 3 years, 60% decline. A structural issue, not a cyclical issue. And add to that, there is competition. There is competition from lab-grown diamonds, which are cheaper, inexpensive, easy to produce, not really natural, so you don't really need the coal mines to excavate them and get them produced. So,
but Kartik, isn't India leading that change for lab-grown diamonds as well? Because we saw the Prime Minister go and gift Indian lab-grown diamonds.
The green diamond. Yeah, I think, it's still early days because at the end of the day, why do you buy diamonds? Just like why do you buy... Gold has a very different story, right? But, precious metals always fetch a great resale value. And you buy gold to hedge against any uncertainties that could arise out of currency exchange problems, stock market crash, whatsoever. In the case of diamonds or precious stones, the game is a little different. You buy it for its value. So the connoisseurs, people who really want to purchase or own a piece of inventory which is precious and not easy to replicate, will still, I believe, want to opt for the natural diamonds. But there is a case being built for jewelry, especially for lab-grown diamonds also, where India is, of course, one of the front runners.
All right, just one thing that came to mind, you're talking about the value and the hedging. You're saying that most of Indian diamonds get sold in the US, and I'm guessing most of them are proposal rings, diamonds. That solitaires that get sold over there. That is seen as a hedge for that relationship, that ring as well.
Given the divorce rates that you have in the West,
there is no hedging with diamond rings.
Any hedge there.
With that divorce rates, there's no hedging with diamond ring. Kartik always making sense first thing in the morning.